This is a 1986 Mercedes-Benz 190E 2.3 liter 16 valve. This is a very rare car for Mercedes-Benz. Though they made a lot of the 190Es, about 1.5 million, they made about 20,000 of these 2.3 liter 16 valves. And this is a very nice example of one of those cars. Now it may look pretty much like a standard 2.3 16 valve on the outside, but it's been very highly modified, and that's the whole purpose of this video. The owner of the car is Bobf, an American that was living most of his adult life from 1967 until he recently passed away on May 27th, 2011. Lived most of his life in Malaysia, and about 5 years ago he found this car and started modifying it. And as we'll see in this video and the other ones I'll post with this, that Bob was very handy with his wrenches and his set of screwdrivers, and he's done a lot of modifications to this car. So starting from the outside, it looks like a typical 2.3 16 valve. It's been painted silver. Most 2.3 16 valves were either a smoked silver or a black color, but this one's been painted silver, more in a traditional Mercedes color. It still has the standard 2.3 16 valve bodywork, the fender arches, the side skirts, the rear spoiler, those typical details. But you see that he also has painted the mirrors on the outside. That's been painted silver. Normally they were black. And on the other side that's painted silver. And you can also notice with the mirrors that they're both the same type on each side, so they're both power mirrors, which is not normally found on a 2.3 16 valve. So he's taken a set of mirrors from the UK and a set from the US and put them on, and they're both controlled by remote control. Also in the front he's painted the grille black. That's normally a gray color, but he's painted it black, which makes it look a lot sharper. And then a lot of the details, such as the windshield washer spray, the wiper arms, the door handles, all this has been painted black, which makes it look quite sharp too, because the standard parts after 25 years kind of fade in the sunlight, turn a light gray, and they make the car look older. But when you paint them black, it takes about 10 years off the car. And he's also painted this black piece here right underneath the trunk black. And then back here in the trunk, while we're back here, you can see that he's moved his battery to the back. He needed that up front, and we'll show you reasons why later. But it also helps, I think, with weight distribution to move it over here in the back and put it also a little bit lower to the ground. So that's what we have in the back. You can see this big battery cable for 500 amps that he has going up to the front of the car. Taking a look at the inside of the car, a lot of work here. You can see that he has a Sparco racing seat. Here the standard seats are quite nice, the Recaro leather seats, but he's fitted a Sparco racing seat, and also one of these Levo quick disconnect steering wheels. It's a little bit smaller than the standard steering wheel, but this will pop off to help you get in and out of the car if you should need so and stuff. So it's a nice sporty steering wheel. And then also inside the car, you see he has a modified gear shift knob out there, a turned aluminum one. And one thing that you can't see, but he's modified the shift linkage, so it's now a short throw shifter system here, so you don't have to push as far. And over here on the passenger side, there's a Panasonic Toughbook computer for controlling the Mega Squirt fuel injection, which we'll see later on the engine video. Also inside here in the car, you can see that he's fitted Sparco pedals for the clutch and the brake. And then over here on the throttle pedal, he's taken off the Mercedes pedal that normally pivots from the floor and just fabricated a curved piece of metal and welded that onto the linkage, so you get a more direct feel to the engine. And then also he's fitted a piece of metal over here on the dead pedal, I think mostly for looks. It does make it look a lot sharper. Also inside here in the car, that over here he has a air fuel gauge ratio meter that for giving an idea of how well the engine's running, how well it's tuned for a stoichiometric or rich or lean. And then over here is a temperature display for the inlet air temperature to see how well the intercoolers are working. So that's the inside of the car. Pretty nice. Yeah, over here is a boost gauge too. We should point that out. But that's the inside of the car. Quite nice example of a car here. A 190 2.3 16 valve that's been modified quite nice by Bob Feingold. So that's it for this video. We'll now move to the engine.